Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay here with another epic video. Today guys, I'm going to be breaking down the 6 Samurai deck guys and going first with the deck. So that's what I wanted to mention in the previous video. If you haven't watched that yet, the deck profile on the 6 Samurai deck, please make sure you guys check that out. I'll link that down in the description and up top in the right in the YouTube cards if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the profile of the deck. But in this video, guys, what I figured what we do is go through a test hand or two, maybe 3 at most, depending on how long it takes. This deck, your turns are very time sensitive. Going through and doing this stuff, so I may only do like 2 test hands, guys. If you guys would like to see more, let me know down below in my comments. This is my first time doing one of these type of videos, but I wanted to break it down like into 2 different, really 3 different videos. One being the deck profile, this video being what you would do if you go first. And then I'm going to upload another video today as well, guys, going over what you would do with the deck going second. Because what you want to do going first would be a lot different if you go second. So first, guys, what I'm going to end up doing, or what we're going to be shooting for by the end of this video or some point in the video, is really for me to end on this board. This is what I go for if I go first. So this way I can have the Shin. I can negate one of their spell traps once per turn, so it's very handy for me to use. My Naturia Beast, I can send 2 cards from the top of my deck to negate as many spell cards, during their turn or my turn, so very good. Borreload, I'm going to use it to put one of my Link monsters on it. Usually it's always going to be one of the Link 2s, so he'll have 2 negates that he can use once per turn to negate a card. So he'll give us more negates, and then also just about pretty much everyone knows what Appaloosa does, guys, so we'll usually end up making her with using one of the usually the Shogun or something like that. So I usually end up using 3 cards, counting the Shogun, to make her. So usually she's going to get like 3 negates. So basically by the time we end, she'll have 3 negates. He'll have 2 negates. Naturia, I can negate as many cards that I can send for to negate spell cards, and then he'll have his 1 spell trap card to negate once per turn. So that's really the board we want to end on, and then Union Carrier as well kind of goes into the combo. So we may get Union Carrier out or may not. We'll see. I don't necessarily have to have him out, but this is really kind of the main. These are the really main 4 that really we're going to be looking for to see if I can manage to pull off, guys. So I'll put them off to the side. If you guys videos love like this, or if you have any feedback, like I said, I'm new to doing these type of deck profiles, and I want to do more than the average YouTuber does, guys. If you definitely like this, make sure you guys smash the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, please get subscribed. We're so close to 50 subs, guys. We're pushing to 50 subs. If we can end up hitting 50 subs, guys, by the end of, I would say by the end of the week, what I'll do is I'll do another giveaway. I'll be doing the giveaway for the previous video that I did last week for the 2020 Megatins. I'll go over that giveaway in the second video that I'll post later tonight. How to use the deck going, basically going second, basically. So if you guys watched that video and you did, like I said, comment down below and you got subscribed and you left a comment on the video and liked the video, I'll go through and I'll reveal the winner at the end of the second video tonight that I'll post. But let me know if you guys are liking this series. I plan on doing a lot more, but like I said, I wanted to break it a lot more down since my channel. I'm really based on teaching you guys how to get better at the game and just going things like that. So I know some people usually just kind of do it with like stationary cards, guys. But since I already kind of showed you guys my inboard, I want to see if we can just me shuffle the deck, and see if I can, just a random trying to get to that. Usually the deck's very consistent when you're playing competitive. That's one of the things you want to do is make sure your deck is very consistent. Also, guys, yet again, link down in the description is ways that you guys can support the channel. I've got affiliated with Amazon, so you can use my link, and anything you purchase through Amazon, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh or non-Yu-Gi-Oh related, that definitely helps out the channel. I'm still in the works of waiting to hear back from TCG Player. Hopefully I'll hear back from them later today, and that'll be approved as well. I've got a feeling that may take a few more days, so I may not get approved through TCG Player into next week, but that definitely more to come. I'm working on a few more things for you guys for the channel and things like that. Soon I'll have the website up, so I'll be able to start selling cards and things like that, and hopefully being able to do more giveaways. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive in. I've got the deck, I think, pretty decently, I would say decently shuffled at this point, because I've been shuffling the whole time. We'll cut the deck. Alrighty. And you guys can't see that far over, so I'm just going to kind of I'll leave the deck kind of here so you guys can kind of see the deck. So it's still on camera. So So we'll draw, guys. Let's see what we can get. 3. Alright, cool. We got one of them. That's definitely what we needed. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this is what we got, guys. So we got, which would be nice if we got a little bit more spell cards. But definitely not bad. I think what we'll do is we'll try and go for one of the new moves that I've kind of built with the deck. Let me kind of move it up so you guys can see my hand a little bit. Let me kind of spread them out. So what I'm going to do first, guys, is I would activate the 6 Samurai United. So I'm going to activate my United. Then what I would do next, because I've got this and I want to go for a special type of move that I have in the deck that I might be able to pull off. In the deck, I think we'll go for that. And plus it'll thin out the deck too, so I think we'll go ahead and go for that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for it, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to normal summon Kaizen, guys. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I'm going to normal summon him. I know I could special summon him, right? But I want to normal summon him so then I can activate my quick play spell card. So what I'm going to do is take it, activate it, and now I can special summon one from the deck that's a different type. Remember the reason I told you guys it would make sense later on that the reason why I put Zanji in the deck, it's specifically for this move, or vice versa. If I get Zanji out, I can activate that and play Kaizen. So we're going to get Zanji out from the deck. So now we've already got 2 counters. Let me grab I always use cards as counters when I'm playing with my friends, or sometimes dice, but I like using cards. They think it's hilarious. So we've got 2 counters, guys. I'll just pull some cards. So, like I said, I use cards as counters. So we've already got 2 counters since we've summoned 2 6 Samurai. And yet again, I'll leave my hand up here so you guys can see my hand at all time, and it's on camera. Alright, so what we're going to do next, guys, at this point, we're going to go ahead and go into, we're going to do our first link summon. I'll put the graveyard like over here because it's still on camera. We'll go into a Zold like I normally do. So we're going to go into a Zold wherever she is at. Alrighty. So then her effect activates, guys, for me to add a warrior to my hand, but I can't normal summon it or set it for the rest of the turn, basically, which I don't plan on. I'm going to pull Kaigeki like I normally do. That's perfectly fine, because I plan on discarding it later on. So usually just kind of keep that in mind, guys. The whole point of pulling this card is to discard it here in a little bit. So just kind of keep that in mind. And also it can't be, it can't be basically summoned for the rest of the turn. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind too. That's very important when we get later on. So we'll add Kaigeki to our hand. Also, now that she's on the field, we'll go ahead and activate her other ability, guys. Is now I can send, since I got that one out, can only send, well, I already found, we'll go ahead and get rid of this one. So I'll send one of my equip cards, guys, and then what we're going to do is special summon one of our level 1 tuners. We'll pull Fuma, guys. So Fuma will special summon to the field. Alrighty, we're going to do this just assuming, guys, just yet again for time purposes, that our opponent's not negating anything, and we're just going through the motions, right? We're just keep that in mind. All right, so then, guys, what we're going to do after that is I'm going to link summon again. This time we're going to go into our Battle Shogun. So nothing different so far. Alright, then his effect will activate, guys, so we'll go ahead and discard the Kaigeki that we added earlier, and then we're going to add our Gateway to our hand. Alright, yep, there's Gateway. We'll go ahead and activate Gateway, of course. It's always much better if you draw anything other than United, so we kind of drew one of the, I wouldn't say worst, but at least we drew one of the spell cards that gets counters. It'd been better if we would have gotten one of the dojos or the field spell. That way, we could have, the counters keep building. We don't get stuck at 2. So you have to be very careful, especially when our later moves. We have to be a little careful. So we'll see if we can pull this off. All right. So we still got our hand. So we've got that. So then what we want to do, guys, is then I want to special summon my my Grandmaster. So when you special summon your cards, guys, whether it's Grandmaster or Kaizen, that you have in your hand. Hopefully when you're going to do this next part, luckily I have Grandmaster, which is yet again why I use 2 of them. Make sure you want to place them with the arrows. So I want to put him here, or I want to put him here, because that way he gets a counter too. So I'm just gonna put him here, because in this case it really doesn't matter. It just needs to be in one of here, either here or here. So I just want to make sure I go over that in case you guys, you know, they're not familiar with the deck. Yet again, I'm using cards as counters. So, and then every time I want to special summon guys, Gateway gets 2 counters. So we went from 2 counters, guys, and now we're all the way up to 5 counters. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're definitely going to remove 2 counters from the United. We'll remove 1 from the Shogun, and we'll remove another 1 from Gateway. So with that being said, guys, now we can add a level 4 from our deck to our hand. So I'm gonna go 4 lower. So I'm gonna add Kaizen. Try not to shuffle too much, but alright, then we'll special summon Kaizen again, guys, so we can keep the cycle going. So then he'll get a counter, it'll get a counter, and this will get 2 counters. So we're back with our counters again, so then we'll just do the same thing again, guys. I'll remove 4 counters. I'm going to try and go at a decent speed, not too fast, but not too slow. I'm going to try not to shuffle as much too, guys. I'm always very bad about doing There's Kaizen. We'll just go ahead and pull them out, and we'll just do kind of a quick shuffle. Really quick. Then we're going to, of course, do the same thing again, guys. I'm going to re-special summon Kaizen again. Alright, and then we'll get our counters. Remember, Shogun's not going to get one since there's nothing to points to, since he's not freed up. So we'll get a counter, and we'll get 2 counters. Alright, so what we need to do, guys, to clear up our zones, because the Grandmaster's kind of stuck in that spot, so let's see what we can do. We could go ahead and do... I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably need a little bit more counters, not quite yet. Let's go ahead and go into... I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go into our Shin. We'll go ahead and go into that, guys. So we can get the extra counters. That's usually what I kind of do roughly during this move to kind of help build up your counters a little bit and to free up your board. Plus it's going to give us a different card to you on the field. So I'll put him over here just so, yeah, again, he's on, you guys can kind of see over there, but we'll put him there for now, it's fine. And the deck's still pretty decently on camera. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put him there. Alright, and then we get more counters again, guys, due to that. So let me grab some more cards real quick off to the side. So remember, that'll get a counter, and we'll get 2 more counters over here by doing that. So I basically just did really that for the counters, guys. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and use his effect, Shin's effect, to detach one of the materials from him and make my Shoguns basically attack be 2,000. Plus, remember, he gets 100 for each of the counters, guys. So he's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's a 27. So right now he's already a 27, which is insane because that's our, still just remember this is all on our first turn, guys. So just remember that everything I'm doing so far is just our first turn. All right. So then what we want to do next is then we're going to want to go ahead and go through basically the same cycle again, guys. So what I'm going to do at this point is we're going to remove 2 counters, and then we want to remove 2 counters off of there as well, and we want to pull the last Kaizen out of the deck now. We'll see where he is at. Watch him be... Or we already pulled... Maybe we already pulled him. Did we already pull all 3? Maybe that's my bad. Maybe he's already in the graveyard. Yep, we already got him earlier. My bad. Forgot we had drew one first turn. Alright, so then we'll special summon him here, guys. So then we'll get tokens, not tokens, but counters, excuse me. So he'll get a counter again, get a counter, and we'll get 2 more counters back over here. Already. So what we want to do next, because that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4. All right, let's go ahead and do this, guys. Let's go ahead and go for, because I think I have enough counters to do this. I want to make sure I have enough counters before we do this, because I may need to do something else to build up a little bit more. 3, 5, 6, 7. So we're back to 7. And that, yeah, so that's going to be fine. So we'll go ahead and do this, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, I want to go ahead and do, the reason what I want to explain what I'm going to do, then it'll make sense as I go through it. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to remove the counters again, guys, but we're going to do a little bit different this time. So I'm going to remove my 4 counters like we've been doing, right? This time I'm going to pull, let's see, we're going to pull Hatsuma. Yeah, I think she's probably the best one for us to pull. Or actually, let's pull, my bad. Let's actually pull, yeah, I think she may be the best one for us to pull. Yeah, my apologies. Yep, I was right the first time. Alright. So we're going to add her to our hand, so I'll add that over there, guys. Alrighty. So then what we're going to do, guys, then we're going to go into Yugioh the Skull Dread. I forgot to put him in the video the other day as the card that I was looking for. With the camera messing up, guys, I got all fumbled towards the end of the video, so I apologize how the video ended yesterday, but this was one of the cards that what I meant was trying to go over in yesterday's video. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to send all 4 of these are different monsters, so we're really going to help us with the last 2 effects. So what we want to do is we're going to link summon to play him, so we're going to send all 4 of these, all these to the graveyard. All that's going to go to the graveyard. So then he's going to special summon. Alright, and then we still have our 3 counters, which will be fine here in a moment because we're going to get some more counters. So we'll go ahead and go over his effect, guys, down at the bottom, just in case you're not familiar with Skull Dread. Basically, what I'm gonna get all 3 effects, guys. So basically, if you make him with at least 4 or 4+ monsters, right? When he's linked, so what he does is if anything that's normal or special summon to him, where the zone points with these red arrows, your monster gets an extra 300 attack and defense. For the 3+ monsters, once per turn, during my main phase, I can special summon a monster card from my hand, which is why we added the Fuma just a second ago, in case we want to use her. But we still have the other tuner Jimba in our hand too, if we want to use him here in a second too. But then also we can go through and do mainly the thing we use for, right, I can draw 4 cards, guys, and then place 3 of them from our hand to basically to the bottom of the deck in any order. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Let me shuffle real quick, because I don't think if I shuffled or not. We'll shuffle real quick, guys. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to draw 4 cards. Hopefully we get a dojo. We're really looking for a dojo, guys. I'm looking for dojo if we get the squire. So I need dojo or squire is really what I would like to get from this. Just kind of thinking off the top of my head. But we'll see what we get. So, alright, definitely not bad. Hey, okay, that definitely helps out too. 2. That helps out too. So 3, 4. Alright, we actually got a really good pull, guys. So I think what we'll do, let's see, I really don't need that. We could use the Fireflint Lady to bring back that and go for synchros, because mostly we want to go for our synchros. So keep that in mind, guys. We're going for synchros at this point. So that's probably what we're going to go for, because all we have is the 1, which I could bring back for, let's see. He's a fire. I still need the earth one, but it still doesn't give me the one that I need for that one. So we may not be able to go full into the one that we needed. So I think what we'll do, guys, with that being said, because there's no other way to pull him from the deck to my hand. So I think what we're gonna do, guys, is I'm basically gonna pull. I think we're gonna pull the United because we're gonna get more counters and it's gonna help us keep cycling, to try and go through some more stuff and things like that. I don't really need the smoke signal. It's not really gonna help us out any, and I don't really need the monster reborn. There's anything that I can bring back, I can add back to my hand. The only one, well, we could do her effect's only once per turn, so I can't reuse her effect this turn. If I could reuse her effect, I would definitely pull the monster reborn, but so that's what I'm going to do, guys. We're going to pull that, and then I'm just going to put these three, since it didn't any order, at the bottom of the deck. They'll go. This will come to our hand. So then I'm going to go ahead and activate it, guys. And make sure that's kind of a little off camera. Try and do that so you guys can see. So we have Gateway. We've got 3 counters on Gateway, and then now we have 2 Uniteds acted. Alrighty. So let's see, how do I want to... So it looks like it really doesn't... Oh, I know what I could do. So let's try and go for it, guys. Actually, I can do the move. Let's do it. I want to do it. I'm going to do one of the moves I was trying to explain in the previous video to make more sense during the time. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. So we're going to use his other effect to special summon a card from my hand. I'm going to special summon Hatsuma, guys. So we're going to bring her back to the... We're going to special summon her to the field. Now, since she's special summon, we get counters. Since she is a 6 samurai, so we get a counter on United, and then we get 2 counters on Gateway. So that helps us out a lot to kind of bring things up. Then what we're going to do, guys, then I'm going to activate her effect. So this works out a lot for basically our first move to start out. What we need to do is we got to remove 2 cards from play. So what I'm going to remove from play, I'll remove from play Kaigeki. And let's see, we'll remove from play, that's to be 6 samurai, correct? Yep. So what we'll get rid of, I need that one. We'll get rid of the Shogun. I don't really need the extra Shogun. So we'll get rid of the Shogun, guys. Move them from play. And then what I'm going to bring back, I'm going to bring back good old Zanji to the field. And when Zanji special summon, guys, we get even more counters. So let me find more stuff to count as counters. Yet again, I know you can use dice. I don't have the dice to use, unfortunately, and I just usually use cards with my friends, and they find it hilarious too. And then we get 2 more counters on there, guys. So we've got a lot of counters. Don't worry, we'll get rid of them in just a moment. All right, so we've already used her effect. We've brought back the Zanji. So what we're gonna do, guys, since she's basically no use to us at this point, since we've used her effect, right? So what I want to do is we want to try and get back into some more of our other stuff, but let's get rid of some of these counters first. So let's get rid of these 4 counters off of United. Let's just go ahead and do that to start out with. And let's go ahead and pull one of the Kaizens back to our hand. Let's go ahead and do that so we get that going. So what we're going to go ahead and do, guys, is next we want to go into our Flame Swordsman. So that's what we want to go next to, our Ferocious Flame Swordsman. So it's just 2 cards, 2 different names, guys. So I'm going to use basically Hatsumi and our Skull Dread. So we're going to link them away now. Keep in mind, guys, all this is I'm still on my first turn still doing this. Then what I'm going to do, guys, after that, then we'll special summon our Kaizen to the field that we just added. Because I want to keep Zanji. It's very important that I keep Zanji, which is why I'm special summoning the Kaizen to do for this, guys. Like I said, it'll all make sense here in a moment. So we'll get our counters. Alright, and then what I'm going to do, guys, is yet again, we're going to link summon again. We're going to link summon both of them away. And then we're going to play our second Battle Shogun. I want him back for the counters, guys. That's going to help us even be more counter positive. As you can see, we've got a quadrillion counters as it is, but we're going to have even more counters by doing it this way. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, let me know down below in the comments. I use this deck a lot in my live stream, so when I live stream on Sunday and Monday, guys, make sure you guys tune in. I use this deck a lot and break down what I'm doing, kind of like I am now, but it is a little bit easier to see with the game and stuff like that versus the type of setup that I've got going now. So this confuse you, if you have questions, just join the live streams that I do on the weekends. I do them from usually from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. If you haven't had a chance to join one of them, I greatly appreciate it. You guys are welcome to come and give feedback and just ask questions and all that good stuff, or just join and chat. All right, guys. So we've got him back out, so we get more counters. We haven't done the counters for him yet. We're gonna need more cards for counters. Yet again. All right. So then what we're going to do after that, guys, is obviously we're going to get rid of the counters again. Get rid of the 4 counters. I'm just going to pull back the Kai's into my hand. I'm just going to go ahead and replay it, guys, obviously. He's going to get a counter. It's going to get a counter. It's going to get a counter. We get 2 more counters. You guys can see how this builds up very ridiculous. I'm just going to keep doing this, guys, so I think we're just going to save time. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of 2, 3, and I've got the counters to do it. Normally in a game you wouldn't do this all at once, but just for time purposes, I'm going to get rid of 4 guys. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, just yet again for time purposes of the video, because I know we're probably at a good bit of time now. I'm going to get rid of another 4 guys, so that's 8. So we're going to pull both the Kaizens. Yet again, in a normal duel, of course, you wouldn't do this, but since I'm just doing this as a tutorial video, guys, I'm doing that to help speed up time. And then we will get our counters, guys. So 2 of them special summons. So then we'll get our counters. So that'll get 2 counters back. That'll get 2 counters. This will get 4. So all of our counters will basically go back that we literally just used, guys. So we didn't spend anything to do that. And here's where it gets fun, even more fun. So I'm going to, let's see. So now we're going to play him. I've been waiting to play him the whole time. Now that we have 4 cards, guys, 4 level 4 cards, we're going to make him. So we're going to take all of them to play our Primamac on the field. Then we're going to, as soon as he summons, guys, hopefully they, of course, don't negate it. If they were going to negate something, they would have obviously negated something by now, of course. So then we're going to activate his effect, guys, which just, well, let me put him over here so we don't get confused with zones. But I'm going to send all 4 of them back to the graveyard, guys. Then his effect activates. I can pull a, I can add a spell or trap card from the deck to my hand, and I can play it this turn too, guys. I'm going to pull the card that we didn't get that I wanted the whole time, which is the Dojo. Right, and a lot of them are, so I got the Dojo that I wanted so desperately, guys. Now we're going to be able to do the full combo and get the board that I showed you guys at the start of the video. Sorry for this one taking so long, guys, but like I said, this deck takes a while to go through, and especially explaining things. And I wanted to make sure I didn't make a mistake, because I'd hate to have to shoot this video over again. But if you guys have made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. I really, really do. I put a lot of time in these videos. Like I said, what extra time I have out at work, guys, all of it's spent on YouTube and making this content for you guys. So we're going to activate the Dojo, guys. Trying to find a spot to put the Dojo where you guys can see it. Then we're going to go ahead and get rid of our counters. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of 4 counters. You guys know the drill. To pull back Kaizen, and we'll put him here. Then we'll go through. Since we're going for just a specific board, guys, I'm not going to go too crazy with this, so don't worry about that. But you guys can see how ridiculous this is. Like, we've got, add another 2 counters. We've got on Gateway, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 counters alone on Gateway. 14 counters. So just keep that in mind. I have 14 counters on Gateway just by doing what you guys have watched me to go through the video. So we're going to remove another 4 guys. I'm just going to get them all off of Gateway, since obviously we have so many on Gateway. It's ridiculous at the moment, so I'm going to do that to kind of help make things easier. This time I'm going to pull, let's see, because we're going first. So what we want to do, guys, we want to go for, let's go ahead and go for, I'm going to go and pull out the other 4. So let's go ahead and pull out the other Kaizen, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do that for move a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and add back our counters. We'll give that a counter, 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 and then we need 2 more cards for 2 counters to go back on that. Alright, guys. Then after that, what we're gonna do, now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use, because I need to. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this to add back the. I'm gonna go ahead and remove 1 off there, 1 off there, 1 off there, and then we'll remove 1 off there. we'll go ahead and pull back the other Kaizen guys to our hand. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and send Dojo to the graveyard. So we're going to use Dojo's effect now, guys, just for time purpose. We're going to go ahead and speed a little further up. I'm going to go ahead and send Dojo to the graveyard, guys, to use its effect. Now I can special summon from my deck, which is the main card we've been after this whole time. Sometimes it doesn't take this long to get to him, but since we drew. But you can see I still was, even with the hand that we got, guys, I was still able to get the Shin Squire out, which is the card that I've been basically trying to get the whole time. It gets basically specifically to him so we could do this move. Alright, and now is where we go for our ending board, guys, and basically we'll be wrapping up here in just a moment. So what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to take Squire and Kaizen, and now we're going to Synchro Summon. Now we're going to Synchro Summon, guys. When you play them, guys, make sure you always put them on the far side of your board. So if you're like I am here using this zone over here, and your opponent's using this one, always make sure you put him on the far side of the board, so that's where you want to put him. That's where I always put him, make sure so you don't have any issues with zones and stuff like that. This deck's very, you want to make sure you pay attention with zones. So the next one, what we'll do, guys, we'll go into, then we're going to bring him back again. So let's go ahead and get rid of 2 counters, because I'm about to get rid of him too. So we'll get rid of, well, I should put my counters back. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. So let's make sure we do our counters first, guys. So 1, 1, and then 2. Now that let's do that. All right, so now let's remove the 2 counters. Because I need 2, 2, 4, 6. So that's 6 counters, guys. We're gonna bring him right back again. Yeah, because he's a 5, right? Yep. Yep. So then we're gonna, yep. As if I'm just making sure I'm going crazy. Then we're gonna do the same thing again, guys. Now we're gonna play Naturia Beast. I'm gonna put Naturia Beast here. Because yet again, I don't want to block the zones per se, but in a moment that really won't matter. But I'm just going to put her there, just him there, just for the safe side at the moment. So now we've got our Naturia Beast out, guys. So then next, what we want to do is I want to go back for Appaloosa. So let's get Appaloosa out, guys. So let's do that. So let's remove 4 counters. We're going to remove 4 counters from there. We're going to bring back one of our Kaizens. Special summon Kaizen. You guys know the drill. Counter, counter, 2 counters. Then we're going to go through do the same thing again, guys. We'll go through and remove, because we're going to get rid of that card. So we'll actually leave these here, because I'm probably going to actually use that effect here in a second. And we'll get rid of these, so we'll get rid of 4 counters off of that. Then this time, guys, we're going to bring back our Grandmaster instead. Alright, so this time what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go through, and I'm going to use all 4 cards, and we're going to link summon Appaloosa. So we're going to link summon using all 4 of these, because that's be different monsters with different names. They're all different, as you can tell. They're going to go to the graveyard. Now we're going to get out our... Where did... Oh, Appaloosa. Alright, so we're getting close to being done, guys. So let's go ahead and go, and let's try and get out also... Let's see if we can still get Borreload out. We still should be able to get Borreload out with everything that we have going on too. If you guys stop watching this point, I could understand. But we're going to go ahead and go through, guys, and get Borreload out as well. I have enough counters to pull off getting Borreload. So I'm going to go through, guys, and show you. I probably could have done Borreload first, then this, but enough counters that I have, guys, it really didn't matter with that move, because we still have so many counters. It's ridiculous that we won't run out in time. So we'll go ahead and special summon the Kaizen from our hand, and then we'll get counters back off of that, guys. So we'll do that first. So we've got him out. Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need our tuner definitely back. So let's get rid of... We're going to have to get rid of 6 counters to special summon him back from the graveyard, guys. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 counters gone, guys. And then we're going to bring back the Squire. So that's what, 5. So we need a 3 because he's an 8. So what we're going to do then, guys, is then we will... I don't think we have any of the... Let's see. I'm going to have to go in... Okay, so I'm going to have to go into my Union Carrier move, guys. So this is where we're going to go into our Union Carrier move. So this is, in our case, with the board that we have, I'm going to have to go into Union Carrier to do the last part of our move. So that's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to remove these 4 counters. Oops. I'm going to bring back Kaizen, guys. I'm not going to bother doing the counters. You guys obviously know I have enough counters to do this for everything that I need to do left. So we're going to do that, guys. We're going to go into, excuse me, graveyard. We're going to go into Union Carrier, guys. Then we're going to deactivate Union Carrier's effect. We'll target our Shin monster at the end, so he'll get the extra 1,000 points, guys. And then, of course, we'll also get to pull a warrior. Let's see. Well, not pull warrior. I mean, sorry, equip one. You always want to do the Shinai. This is my favorite move with it. And it goes in your spell and trap card zone, guys, because now it allows me to special summon my Yugioh. Since I'm already in the deck, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my hand. I'm just going to remove the 4 counters. Yet again, like I said, you guys already know I have more than 4 counters. So 2, 3, 4, and that's not even counting the extra ones that we would have gotten earlier. So now on the field, we're going to be able to... I think I just messed that up too. Yep. That's fine though. I wasn't thinking about him being on the field. Oh well, I messed that up, guys. I got too far ahead of myself. That's perfectly fine though. We still would get our counters, right? Even though I messed that up though. So what you would have wanted to do, guys, because I'm not going to bother redoing this again, to fix my mistake that I made. What I should have done was make by accident, because I got, was trying to go through to speed up. I should have made Borreload first before Appaloosa. If I could have made him first and then gone in and done this, we would have been fine. But since I got ahead of myself, that's why we can't play Borreload. But I should have played Borreload first and then went into Appaloosa and then the Tree Beast and stuff like that. So that's where I went wrong. Now the board's too filled if you do that. But that's one of my favorite combos. I'll go more into that in this next video that we do, guys. But either way, we still can negate. Right, remember, so we still have 4 negates, and I'll end the video kind of here, guys. So we have 4 negates for Appaloosa to negate their effects. We can negate as many spell cards as we can send from the deck. I still got plenty of cards in the deck, guys, as you guys can see here. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 cards, guys. So we went through 18 cards in the deck our first turn. And as you can tell, I could still go through more if we wanted to. So that's definitely not bad. So we got 4 negates. We can negate, spell cards by sending 2 cards from the deck, and then I can negate one of their spell or traps. So that's not bad, guys. We've got definitely still a really good board, even though I made that mistake at the end. But you guys get the concept, which is the whole point of this video, to teach you guys how to do this move. If you guys made it to the end of the video, let me down below in the comments. I greatly appreciate you guys watching this long. It does take a while sometimes to go through and do these moves with this deck. That's why usually a lot of my times I don't try and play this deck with my friends, because the duels with this deck just take so long just because the moves that you guys saw, and that's also why I wanted to break it up into separate videos. Sucks that I made that mistake though, and we didn't get to see Borreload hit the field, but like I explained, we could have still played him. I just, unfortunately, I missed the timing when I went through and was building the board. So be careful when you guys are doing stuff like that, and don't get ahead of yourself. I was trying to rush myself because I know we're getting kind of long here in the video, but I should have stayed patient and we would have been able to get Borreload out like I mentioned at the start of the video. But I greatly appreciate you guys watching. If you made it to the end of the video, like I said, let me know down below in the comments. If there's any feedback that you guys have, let me know down below in the comments as well. But I'll let you guys go, and I'll catch you in the next video.